In this video, we will look at file upload functionality. So when you click on a select file, you should be able to open a file dialog and be able to select multiple files. Based upon the number of files that you selected, it should dynamically create this area here on the right. The maximum number of images that you can select is 7. You can also upload the file using the drag and drop feature. So you drag and drop on this area here, and you should be able to upload those files. Let's look at the functionality in the application here. So you select a file, it opens this dialog, and you should be able to select multiple files. We can select maximum of 7. So that is our 7 files here. We can also drag and drop images to this area here, and it would create this area here. If I drag and drop an image to an existing image, it will simply replace the image. Now let's look at how file upload is implemented. For the product details page, we have file dialog and file up transfer. File dialog has unclose event. File up transfer has file up transfer on error and on success event. And this is the data set we will use for the uploaded files. So in select file, first we open the files dialog with file dialog multi-load as a parameter, which means we can select multiple files. When we select a file and the dialog closes, file dialog unclose gets triggered. In this close event, we have a file dialog event info from which we can get all the files that were selected. So we add those files to the file up transfer. First, we clear the list. File up transfer maintains a file list. So from this file list for virtual files, we add those files to the file up transfer using the add file method. So this will add to the file list property of file up transfer. The file has on success and on error event handler. If there is any error, we will get the message. Once we have added all the files to the file up transfer, we called file upload file method to send the file to the server. Here we are using an XUp model to upload the file. So the domain is POC and the model is file upload. We create this parameter, including the file path. In our case, it is upload images. Then we use file up transfer upload method to upload the files to the server using the XUp model. Let's look at the XUp model for uploading the file. So this is a file upload model in a domain POC. It has file path as an input argument, and it is a string. So this is a file path. In our case, it's upload/images. and it has data set as the output. And the schema has file name, file path, and file blob, which is a type blob. So I double click on the user method to see the implementation here. So we get the global parameter set file path, which is what we sent from the UI file path. And we are going to return DS files. So the location where we will upload the file, the root path is this, and we will use this location webinf/upload images. So upload images is the file path that we got from the UI. So if there is no directory, we create the directory. So when we called file up transfer upload, file up transfer has a file list. So we are sending all the file list from the file up transfer. So that is what we receive here in the parameter. When we say global parameter set get parameter, so those files are also received in the server here. So if that file path, if that parameter is of type file, so that is our file that we uploaded using the file dialog. So we get the file, we get the name of the file, we have the destination file, our destination path is this, and whatever file name it has. So we create the file in the destination here from the input file, and we get the byte array of the file. So we add a new row to the DS file. We set the row and file name, original name, file path as the destination file path, and the file blob as the byte array here. And this is the file, this is the data set that is being sent back to the client. If the file up transfer upload is successful, we will get the callback unsuccess. In that case, we will receive the data set from the file up transfer event info, all the data sets that is being sent from the server. In our case, we were sent only one data set, DS files. This is our output file. So we receive dataset 0 and create the image from the dataset. So you call create image with the dataset that you retrieve from the server. The create image will set up the DS files. There are cases where you want to replace the files, and there are cases where you want to add the new files. If you are creating the new files, you'll add a new row to the DS files and set the column with the dataset that you've retrieved from the server. In cases where you have to replace the image, like drag and drop to an image, or using an add when there is already an image, you're simply trying to replace the image with the new image. In that case, you find the row for the existing image and then set the column for that row with the new image that you got from the server. So once you set up the DS files, you create the image area from the DS files. In the create image viewer function, you create the image viewer area from the DS files dataset. The maximum images that can be created is 7. So we are only creating 7 images. First, we are going to reset the image viewer. We're deleting all the divs from the div container. And then up to the max images allowed, we're creating a new div and adding as a child to the div container. This is the container here. We set the URL as imageupload.xftl file. This is the area. We set the image from the file block column of the DS files. So this is the image viewer, and we will set the image of this image viewer. We're setting the text as a name, and then we are setting the order for the DS file column. So we do this for all the images that we selected. So to summarize, when you clicked on the select file, you open the file in a multi-load mode to select multiple files. When you close the dialog, you have access to the files that you selected. You added those files to the file up transfer, and then you called file up transfer.upload method to call the xup method. You provided the path for the file as the input parameter, and you received the DS files, a data set from the server with the value like name, path, and the block back to the client list. From the data set, you create DS files and use that DS files data set to create the image viewer areas. Now let's look at the drag and drop and the functionality of add and delete, and also the order change here. So you can select multiple files and use the drag and drop to drag and drop a file. You can replace the image if you drag and drop, since there is already an image. You can use add to replace this image. You can change the order of these images. If I want to change 2 with 4, it switched between the 2. Let's look at the code for drag and drop files, add, delete, and change of order here. This image upload file is called from product details. It is added to the div container. Drag and drop files is an image viewer. It has a undrop event. So if the data type is a file, first we are finding the parent form here, the product details, and we will use those methods from the product details to add the files. So drag event info, you can get the file list of the files you dropped. So product details, add file list. We'll add the file to the file up transfer. And then we are calling the file upload method, which we'll call the xup method to upload the file. So this is the same as what you would call when you click on the select file and open a dialog. So instead of opening a dialog, we are getting the files from the drag event info. So when this upload file method is complete and it's successful, the file will be uploaded to the server and you will receive the data set with the information about the files that has been uploaded. And then from that data set, we will create the area here. Now for add method, we're saving the div where we clicked add, this div here. And when you click on add, it is opening the file dialog, but instead of a multi-load, it will be selecting a single file and rest of the process is the same. So it will have a file dialog unclose event, which will add the files to the file up transfer and it will send it to the server using the xup. For the delete, it will simply delete the parent div. It will find the parent component, parent form here, and then it will delete the image viewer. So we'll first delete the row from the DS files and then recreate the image viewer from the DS files. So when we change the order here, so this is the combo, it's the on item changed method. You can get the pre-value and post value, so before the change and after the change value. And we are again finding the parent form and we are trying to swap the image viewers in these positions, pre-value and post value. We can find the row in the DS files for the pre-position and row for the post position. DS file has an exchange row method which can swap the pre and post row numbers. So now our DS files has the exchanged row. We create the image viewer again. So it will create the image from the DS files. So that is how you implement the features for drag and drop, add, delete, and swap the order number. In the next video, we will look at the web editor here.